What it do, people? Keith Moore Jr. here, and today I will be sharing the results of my vegan diet for 21 days and how it impacted both my blood pressure and cholesterol. But before we get started, I need everyone to destroy that like button. It helps get the video out to more people, which in turn will help my channel to grow, and I appreciate it in advance. So let's get right into the results. For those of you all who may not know, I had a physical done for work, and at that time my cholesterol was 211 milligrams per deciliter and my blood pressure was 129/91. So a correction for the initial video I did about this, I said my blood pressure was 129/89. It was actually 129/91. Not sure how I messed that bottom number up. Probably because I should have looked at my sheet before recording that video just to double check the numbers. But I did look again today, right before recording this video, and it was 129/91. So, did the vegan diet for 21 days help my cholesterol and blood pressure, or did it hurt my cholesterol and blood pressure? So I'm sure with the cholesterol, you all probably already know what to expect, but it was still pretty amazing to me after how much things changed with just 3 weeks of a vegan diet. So I'll put this on the screen as well, but I'm going to read off my results. My total cholesterol was 157 milligrams per deciliter. That's in 3 weeks on a vegan diet when it was originally 211. So that is fantastic. And something that for some reason when they do the physical at work, they don't provide like our triglycerides, our HDL or good cholesterol, or our LDL. So I don't know what those original numbers were, but I will let you all know what they are now. So my triglycerides are 127 milligrams per deciliter. My HDL, also known as good cholesterol, it was 55 milligrams per deciliter. And then my LDL cholesterol was 77 milligrams per deciliter. And then for my total cholesterol to HDL ratio, that was 2.8. So my cholesterol definitely improves. Once again, I did not have the complete breakdown in those original readings that I received, but I did have the total cholesterol, which was 211. So happy to see that it has dropped significantly in those 3 weeks. Now for my blood pressure. So I'm going to insert a clip in here right now just to let you all see what happened right before I went in to get my physical.
All right, so my car decided to die as I'm in the parking lot listening to music, waiting to go get my physical. So I just wanted to document this just in case my readings are not what I expect them to be, but I'm just getting my cholesterol and blood pressure measured. I'm trying to stay as calm as possible, but I'm probably going to be late to a work meeting because of this. Just Murphy's Law, I guess, and I don't have any jumper cables with me or anything, so I am going to try to get this figured out. Really don't know what to say, but just want to document it, and might have to add this in the video that I upload to YouTube to let you all know what happened right before the physical. But hey, 21 days of a vegan diet is over, so we'll see what the readings are. Peace.
All right, so you all were able to see that I had an unfortunate circumstance happen to where I was in the parking lot. My car just decided to cut off later found out that my battery was completely dead and I had to actually go get a brand new battery. I'm not going to bore you all with that story, but this may have had something to do with my blood pressure reading. Hey, it was still part of the physical, so I am going to be completely transparent and share my numbers with you all for the blood pressure. So as I mentioned earlier, my original blood pressure was 129/91, and the new blood pressure reading after the 21-day vegan diet was actually 138/78. So the top number actually went up and then the bottom number decreased. So my pulse was 92. So I am going to go ahead and say this may have had something to do with my car literally dying in the parking lot before going in to get the physical, because I did have a meeting shortly after this physical, which I did not make it back to the office for because I was dealing with my car situation. So I tried not to let it bother me, but it was kind of hard not to think about while I was in there getting my blood pressure measured and everything, because I didn't have any jumper cables or anything like that. So I'm like, how am I even going to get back to work? Does my car need to get towed? It was a lot of stuff going on in my mind, but hey, it was nothing I can do about it. It was just an unfortunate circumstance, but you know, I had to get this physical done to share the results with you all. So safe to say, blood pressure, still gotta work on that. And then the cholesterol, I am definitely happy with that and those changes that I was able to make in just 3 short weeks. Going forward, no, I will not remain on a vegan diet. I will be incorporating meats back into my meals, but I do not need to eat meat with every meal. So that was one of the main things that I learned about this 21-day journey. And also, just because you're on a vegan diet does not mean you're necessarily healthy, because during this time period, I made a conscious effort to eliminate a lot of, if not all, processed foods. So I really tried to stay away from that completely. And you know, my energy levels were great. As far as the gym and my workouts, I would say for a large majority of the time, everything was good. But a couple of the days, and this may have been due to my calories being too low the day before or something, because I work out fasted, but a couple of the days, my strength just did not feel all the way there when I was doing like my lower body for the beginning of my full body workouts. A couple of those days when I was squatting, I was like, man, my body feels taxed. But I don't attribute that to a vegan diet. I just attribute that to my calories were probably too low, because the same thing can happen when you're not on a vegan diet. So, you know, I've been there before also. So I would say one of the things that I will know to do better going forward is probably consume more, because I would need to get more calories in. Granted, the foods are very nutrient dense that I was eating, but they weren't necessarily the highest in calories. So just adding my portion sizes. But like I said, I definitely learned a lot as far as meat goes and how I'm going to approach it going forward. I will primarily be eating more like seafood than anything. So things like, you know, shrimp, salmon, things of that nature. But like I said, I still will have meat in my diet, but I will make more conscious and better decisions to not eat it with every single meal, because I have done that in the past and I know that that is not the best route to go. So I think it's important to have that healthy balance for sure. So let me know what you all think of the results below. Also, do you all think that my blood pressure top number was high because of the unfortunate circumstance I had, right before getting my physical. Interested to hear your thoughts on that, but once again, like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.